Jadi ini video kedua saya untuk memenuhi UAS di semester pertama ini. Jadi saya akan menceritakan tentang sebuah cerita dalam bentuk bahasa Inggris, tapi kemudian saya akan menerjemahkannya lagi ke dalam bahasa Indonesia. Tapi itu saya akan mengambil inti dari cerita tersebut, itu menceritakan tentang apa gitu. Jadi stay tune and I hope you enjoy these videos. Okay, let's go. Once there was a poor man. His name was Hans. He had no money, no house, and no food, but he was happy. I'll find sometimes, he said. I'll walk down this road to the next town. After a short time, a very old woman called to him from across the road. "What do you want?" asked Hans. "What do you want?" said the old woman. "What do I want? I want money." "You can't have money," said the old woman. "Takes the magic blue cord to climb to see top of that tall tree. Then climb down inside it. You will come into a large room with the underlight. There are three doors. Go through the first door and you will see a big box. On the box sits a dog with eyes alert as H. Don't be afraid. It won't hurt you. Put my blue coat on the floor. Take the dog and put it down on the coat in front of the box. Open the box and you will see money. Take some. Go through the second door and you will see a bigger box. On the box sits a dog with eyes alert. Orange, don't be afraid. It won't hurt you. Put the dog down on the cot in front of the box. Open the box and you will see gold. Take some. Go through the third door. There you will see the biggest box. On the box sits a dog with eyes alert as the plate. Don't be afraid. It's a friendly. There are jewels in the box. Take some, this is wonderful, said Hans. But what can I do for you? I don't want any money or gold or jewels, said the old woman. I only want one little thing. In the box street room, there is a small glass box. My grandmother lost it there. Bring me that box. Hans climbed up the tree and then down inside the tree. He went down and down and down. Then he saw the 300 lights and the 3 doors. He opened the first door and went into a little room. There on a box was a dog with eyes alert as H. "Dog," said Hans. He remembered the old woman's word. He put her blue coat on the floor. He took the dog and put it down and the coat in the front of the box. He opened the box and he got very excited. He took some money and put in his hat. He put the dog back on the box and we went into the second room. There on a box was a dog with eyes alert or orange. "You are a fine dog," said Hans. He put the dog down in front of the box and opened the box. His eyes were suddenly as yellow as the gold in the box. Hans took some gold and put in the hat's hat. Then he went into the last room. "I want to see the princess," said Hans. He found the house and went to the door, but the king's servants quietly sent him away. Then he put on his expensive clothes and he went to the king's house. The king was very angry. "Don't come near my house again," he shouted. "It will cut off your head and put in a stick." Hans lived well at the time and quietly used his money. One day he only had 2 jewels. He left his nice room. He found a poor house and lived in it. Hans was poor now. Nobody cooked his food, nobody cleaned his house. His rich friends did not invite him to their homes. He tried to find the tree with the dogs again, but he could then find it. After a short time, Hans had no money. Money for food. He looked around his room, but called himself. There on the table he saw the little glass box. Perhaps I can buy some bread with this, he thought. Why did the old woman want it? It is a glass, but I can see into it. Perhaps there are jewels or gold inside. He tried to open the box, but he cannot. He had it. It's one in his hand. Suddenly the dogs with eyes alert at edge appeared in front of him. What do you want? Asked the dogs. Do I want? Cried Hans. I want money. The dog ran away. It's called to come back with a bag of money in this mouth. Hans took. Then he said, I know the first dog comes when I hit the box once. The second dog will come when and I hit the box again. The third dog will come when I hit the box 3 times. He hit the box 1, 2, and the dogs with eyes alert as orange broke out. He never grew out. He thought she can never walk in the garden. Her mother is dead. She can only speak to the servant and to the old king. She has an unhappy life. One night Hans could not sleep. Suddenly he had an idea and he got up from his bed. He took the glass box and hit it once. The dog comes. It is night, a beautiful night, she said Hans. Anybody would see. I know that the princess would like a walk in my garden. Bring her here. Very quickly the dog came back. The princess was asleep on its back. Her beautiful face was dead. Hans woke her and took her into the garden. Where I am? She said, cried. What is happening? She was afraid. You are walking with me in my garden, said Hans. Look, the flowers are asleep. A garden, cried the princess. I am outside, with the garden under my feet and the sky over my head. No walls, no windows. I can hear the sound of the night around me. They worked for a long time. Then the sun started to appear. I have to go, she said. But how did I get here? Hans told her about the glass box and the box. She hit the box and called the dog. Good dog, she said. When he's afraid, you have beautiful eyes. Take me home. I don't want anybody to see us. Thank you for this night, Hans. The princess climbed on the dog's back and fell asleep. The next day, the princess did not remember anything, but she felt different. Her servant Anna, a jealous and unkind woman, woke her. Said, wake up, princess. It is the middle of the day. The king is waiting for you. Is he? Said the princess, and she jumped happily out of bed. Look, Anna. It's a beautiful day. Anna started to think a number of things were strange. First, the princess always got up at the 7 o'clock, but today it was 12 o'clock. Second, the princess was always sad, but today she was happy. Third, the bottom of the princess' night dress was dirty. Fourth, there was a beautiful white flower on the princess' bedroom floor, but there were not white flowers in the king's garden. Anna went to the king. Let's wait and watch, said the king. When she goes out again, we'll follow her. Hannah was in love with the princess. He talked about her all day. Bring the princess to my garden, he said. The dog went to the princess, but Anna was there too. The dog cried the princess away on its back and Anna followed. The dog stopped at the door of a big house and went in. Anna wrote the letter X on the door and went home. Hans and the princess walked in the garden. Hans told the story of the old woman and the three dogs and the glass box. He told the princess about his poor mother and about his dear my brother. The princess loved his story. He told about her parent. My father was great man and good king, she said. But when my mother died, he changed. Suddenly he was old and tired and said, "He sat me in the third house." Now he got angry about little things. He doesn't want to be king. He wants white flower in its garden. My mother loved white flower, but now his flower always die. The red of the morning sun started to light up the sky. The princess said good night to Hans. The box 1, 2 and the second dog appeared with eyes as big as orange. This dog could see everything. It saw the eggs on the door and told to Hans. "Ho, ho, laughed Hans. Come on with me quickly and we will write eggs on every door in this street and the next street. The next day, Anna told the king the story of the night. The king took Anna and summoned to Main Street. "Here is the house," cried Anna. "No, here it is," cried the king. Once of the men ran to them. "House is the next street," he said. "There is an X on the door. Every house had an X on this door." The king was very angry and went home. Later day, Anna thought of another plan. She went into her room and shut the door. She made a small bag and she put little white stone in the bag. She made a small cut in the bottom of the bag and then put into the princess' clothes. "Now," she said, "when the princess goes out, the little stone will fall onto the road. We can follow the stone to the house." The next hand called the princess again with the glass box. They walked into the garden. The dogs with as large as plate waited at the front of the house. "I would like to be a prince," said Hans. "I would like not to be princess," said the princess. "Why?" asked Hans. She didn't answer. "I want to be a prince," he said, "because I want to marry you." They sat down under three hands, put the glass box on the ground next to him. "Be a prince," she said. "I can't love a prince. I will be a poor girl and you will be Hans." At that minute the dog saw the king and Anna with the 100 servants come out of the king's house and look at the little white stone. The white stone saw on the track and they followed them. The dog ran to the princess. "The king is coming to cry." It came quickly. The dog ran away through the street with the princess. The king, Anna, and the servant arrived at Hans' house. "Is the princess here?" cried the king. Hans didn't answer. Suddenly the king saw his daughter a little soul on the ground next to some beautiful white flower. He couldn't speak for a minute. He said angrily to Hans, "My woodcutter will cut off your head at 12 o'clock tomorrow." The servant took on the king's house and sat in a room. Hans looked for his glass box. Where was it? Lost. He could not call the dogs. Then he remembered it's under the tree. When the sun came up, Hans went to be a window and looked out. He was very high up. He saw a little boy below him and called to him. "Hey, little boy, what do you want?" cried the boy. "Would you like their pants?" "Yes, please," said the boy. Then ran to my house. I to servant Hans a little glass box. "It is in the garden under the tree. I want him to bring it to the king's house. When you bring me the box, I will give you their pants." Hannah asked the old king. "No," said the king. "I only want to have white flower in my garden and a happy daughter. When the princess and I marry white flower, we'll live in your garden again and the princess will be happy." And so Hans married the princess. The new king and queen lived happily for many years. They had 6 children and very big garden. The old king lived his last year near them. His garden was a sea of white flower all year. Jadi cerita tersebut menceritakan tentang seorang pria yang bernama Hans. Dia adalah tokoh utama dalam cerita ini. Dia adalah pria miskin yang tidak punya rumah, tidak punya uang untuk membeli makanan, tidak ada punya properti apapun, tapi dia tetap senang menjalani kehidupan itu karena dia yakin pasti suatu saat dia pasti akan pergi ke tempat di mana di bawah matahari begitu. Kemudian ada seorang nenek-nenek tua datang ke dia dan bertanya, apa sih keinginan Hans? Kemudian si Hans menjawab dengan antusias kalau dia itu ingin sejumlah uang. Kemudian nenek tua itu memberikan hadiah, yaitu mantel biru. Dia disuruh untuk pergi ke suatu tempat, di mana tempat itu terdapat peti yang di dalamnya itu terdapat sejumlah emas, bahkan uang. Hans bisa mendapatkannya sebanyak yang dia mau, tapi di peti itu terjaga oleh anjing-anjing besar dengan penjagaan yang ketat. Tetapi nenek tua itu memberitahu bahwa ketika peti-peti itu dimasukkan ke dalam mantel tersebut, maka si anjing-anjing penjaga peti tersebut tidak akan menyerang si Hans. Kemudian Hans menjalani dengan tugasnya dengan semaksimal mungkin dan banyak-banyak cobaan yang dialaminya di situ, tapi akhirnya dapat. Dan mengapa nenek tua itu menyuruh Hans pergi ke tempat tersebut? Karena si nenek-nenek itu ada kehilangan kaca di situ, di tempat itu, makanya disuruh ke Hans. Kemudian di suatu hari lagi si Hans ini bertemu dengan si princess. Nah, Hans ini jatuh cinta dengan si princess. Kemudian sebenarnya Hans itu ingin mengimbangi derajatnya karena dia bertemu dengan sang princess, maka dia ingin juga menjadi prince atau raja. Tapi si princess ini tidak peduli dengan derajatnya begitu. Mau dia raja atau orang biasa, tidak apa-apa. Dia pengen si Hans ini yang menjadi Hans, dia sendiri aja gitu. Kemudian sampai akhirnya mereka saling jatuh cinta bersama, kemudian menikah dan punya anak. Dan mereka jujurnya hidup bahagia. Sekian dari cerita itu, setelah saya maknai lebih lagi, begitulah kira-kira ceritanya. Terima kasih sudah menonton sampai akhir.